Hi, K-pop lovers. Welcome back to our channel. Hey Monstees. Before we dive into why Ahyeon's vocals have us all in a chokehold, make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss any BABYMONSTER content. Trust me, you're gonna want to stick around till the end of this video because we're revealing some mind-blowing facts about Ahyeon's journey that will have you hitting replay on all her performances. Now let's get into it. Let's talk about something that literally breaks the internet every single time it happens, the moment when Ahyeon opens her mouth and starts singing. If you're a Monstees, you already know exactly what I'm talking about. That feeling when you're watching a BABYMONSTER performance and suddenly Ahyeon's part comes on, and you physically cannot move because her voice just grabs your entire soul. But here's the question everyone keeps asking. What is it about Ahyeon's vocals that makes Monstees wait hours, days, sometimes weeks just to hear her sing? Well, buckle up because we're about to break down exactly why Monstees literally live for Ahyeon's vocals. First, let's rewind to where it all started. Back in April 2023, during BABYMONSTER's pre-debut survival show called Last Evaluation, Ahyeon performed Charlie Puth's Dangerously, and the entire K-pop world stopped. We're talking about a 15-year-old at the time absolutely demolishing a song that even seasoned vocalists struggle with. The video was uploaded on April 22nd, and within less than 10 days, it hit over 8.7 million views. But here's where it gets insane. Charlie Puth himself commented on the cover saying, "I loved it." When the original artist acknowledges your cover, you know you've done something extraordinary. That performance wasn't just a cover, it was a statement. Winners Kang Sung-yoon, who was one of the judges on the show, literally said, "I feel like I'm watching a strength show of a person's voice. I thought they gave a different mic just for Ahyeon." Think about that for a second. A professional artist thought the microphone was different because her voice was that powerful. Yang Hyun-suk, the founder of YG Entertainment himself, praised Ahyeon, saying she has the highest vocal range among all 7 BABYMONSTER members and that he could sleep with peace now, after hearing her. That's not just praise, that's complete trust in someone's abilities. But wait, there's more to this story, and it's actually heartbreaking. Just when Monstees were getting ready to see Ahyeon debut with BABYMONSTER in November 2023, YG Entertainment announced on November 15, 2023, that due to health reasons, Ahyeon would not be debuting with the group and would need time to focus on recovery. The group released Batter Up as a 6-member ensemble on November 27, 2023, and while the song was incredible, there was this collective feeling among fans that something was missing. Monstees supported the decision, of course, because health comes first, but let me tell you, the anticipation for her return was absolutely electric. Then on January 1, 2024, Yang Hyun-suk released a video explaining that Ahyeon had to stop training for a few months and they weren't sure when she would rejoin the group. But here's where the universe smiled on us. On January 25, 2024, YG announced that Ahyeon would be returning and would officially debut with BABYMONSTER on April 1, 2024, with their first mini-album titled BABYMONSTER. And get this, they re-recorded Batter Up and Stuck in the Middle to include Ahyeon's vocals. They literally remade their debut songs so that the complete 7-member lineup could be represented. That's how important Ahyeon's voice is to BABYMONSTER's identity. Now let's talk about what happened when Ahyeon finally returned. On April 1, 2024, BABYMONSTER officially debuted as a complete 7-member group with their mini-album BABYMONSTER, and the title track, Sheesh, became their first top 10 hit on South Korea's Circle Digital chart. Charlie Puth was so impressed with Ahyeon's Dangerously cover that he actually gifted BABYMONSTER a song called Like That, which was included in the album. Think about that, a global superstar wrote a song specifically because he was moved by Ahyeon's vocals. That's the power we're talking about here. And if you thought that was impressive, wait until you hear what happened next. Fast forward to their Hello Monsters World Tour, which kicked off on January 25, 2025, in Seoul, South Korea. This tour has been absolutely massive, spanning 32 dates and attracting 300,000 fans across Asia and North America. The tour concluded at the Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle, United States, and fans who attended these concerts have been posting non-stop about the experience. Multiple concert reviews specifically mentioned Ahyeon's live vocals, with one fan writing, quote, "They were incredible, absolutely loved them. They sounds 100% live, and it was better than any of their recordings," unquote. Another review stated, quote, "The girls' vocals were unbelievably amazing," unquote. During these concerts, Ahyeon performed Dangerously as her solo stage, and according to the setlist from the Seattle show, fans literally lose their minds every single time. The fact that this song has become her signature performance piece shows you just how iconic that original cover was. Let me paint you a picture of what makes Ahyeon's voice so special from a technical standpoint. She's officially listed as a main vocalist, lead rapper, lead dancer, face of the group, and center of BABYMONSTER. Being an all-rounder is one thing, but excelling at each role is something completely different. During the last evaluation show, Ahyeon ranked first among all 7 trainees, which placed enormous pressure and expectation on her shoulders even before debut. But she's consistently delivered. Her vocal range is described as having thickness, perfect pronunciation, and explosive power. When she hits high notes, there's this quality to her voice that's both powerful and gentle at the same time. It's not just about volume or technique, it's about emotional delivery. When Ahyeon sings, you feel every single word, every single note. There's a rawness and authenticity that cuts through all the production and just hits you directly in the feels. What really sets Ahyeon apart is her versatility. On April 25, 2024, when BABYMONSTER performed the band version of Sheesh on M Countdown using handheld microphones, Ahyeon absolutely destroyed it. Using handheld mics is significantly harder than using headset mics because you have to control your breathing and projection differently, but Ahyeon made it look effortless. A Twitter clip of her belting out notes during that performance got over 2 million views, 27,000 likes, and 26,000 retweets. Fans were commenting things like, "I love how Ahyeon says, 'Are you ready?' after hitting those high notes." Unpredictable potential. The confidence she displays on stage while delivering those difficult vocal moments is what makes Monsti's absolutely obsessed. Now here's something that'll blow your mind about Ahyeon's influence on BABYMONSTER's success. When the group released their first full studio album titled Drip on November 1, 2024, it sold over 1 million copies in South Korea. The album's title track, which was co-written by Big Bang's G-Dragon, became their second top 10 hit in the country. The Drip music video showcased Ahyeon hitting multiple tiers of high notes, and fans on TikTok were analyzing her vocal performance frame by frame. One viral TikTok video titled Ahyeon hitting 4-tier of high note got massive engagement, with fans praising her ability to maintain power and clarity even in the highest register. Vocal coaches on TikTok have been posting analysis videos of Ahyeon's technique, with one coach stating that her performance on the first take of DRP, High Tone, was the best take Ahyeon ever did. But let's get real about why Monsti specifically are so attached to Ahyeon's vocals. It's not just about technical skill, although she has that in spades. It's about what her voice represents. When Ahyeon had to take that health hiatus before debut, and then came back stronger than ever, it showed incredible resilience. Her journey from being the #1 ranked trainee to having to pause right before debut, to then returning and absolutely crushing it, that's a story that resonates with people. Every time Ahyeon sings, especially when she performs Dangerously, it's a reminder that setbacks don't define you, comebacks do. Monsties see themselves in that struggle and that triumph. Her voice became a symbol of perseverance and excellence. Let's also talk about how Ahyeon's vocals have contributed to BABYMONSTER becoming the fastest K-pop girl group to reach 10 million YouTube subscribers. The group's channel surpassed 1 million subscribers in just 52 days after its creation on December 28, 2022, and hit 2 million subscribers in 129 days, breaking records left and right. While obviously all 7 members contribute to this success, there's no denying that Ahyeon's viral moments, particularly her "Dangerously" cover, played a massive role in building initial hype and maintaining momentum. That cover alone has been reposted, reacted to, and analyzed thousands of times across multiple platforms. In October 2025, BABYMONSTER released their second mini-album titled We Go Up, and once again, Ahyeon's vocals are front and center. The title track, We Go Up, is an intense hip-hop dance track that showcases powerful rap performances and equally powerful vocal moments. Reviews of the album specifically mention how this release is BABYMONSTER's strongest foot forward as a cohesive group, and Ahyeon's vocal contributions are a major reason why. The album features tracks like Psycho, Supa Dupa Love, and Wild, each showcasing different aspects of the group's versatility, but it's those vocal moments where Ahyeon flexes her range that really make tracks memorable. Interestingly, member Rami couldn't participate in this EP due to ongoing health issues, which meant the vocal distribution shifted, giving Ahyeon even more opportunities to shine, and she absolutely delivered. What I find fascinating is how Monstees have created this whole culture around anticipating Ahyeon's parts in songs. Go into any BABYMONSTER comments section and you'll see timestamps for when Ahyeon starts singing. You'll see people commenting that they skip to her parts, that they replay her sections over and over. There are compilation videos of just Ahyeon's high notes across different performances. There are vocal range videos analyzing her capabilities. There are even videos comparing her live vocals to studio recordings to show how consistent and powerful she is in both settings. This isn't just casual fandom, this is dedication. Monstees have literally built their listening habits around maximizing their exposure to Ahyeon's voice. Some fans joke that they use her singing as therapy, others say her voice is their alarm clock because it's the only thing that can actually wake them up with a smile. There are Monstees who specifically make playlists of songs featuring Ahyeon's most impressive vocal moments for study sessions, workouts, or just when they need a boost of confidence. Here's something that really shows the depth of appreciation Monstees have for Ahyeon's vocals: the fandom name itself. Monstees was announced on July 27, 2024, and it combines Mons from BABYMONSTER with ties, emphasizing the close relationship and bond between the group and their fans. But within that bond, there's a special connection between Ahyeon and Monstees specifically because of how her vocal ability and her journey have resonated with people. When fans talk about why they became Monstees, Ahyeon's "Dangerously" cover comes up again and again as that pivotal moment that made them fall in love with the group. Her voice was literally the gateway for thousands of fans into the BABYMONSTER universe. What makes Ahyeon's vocals even more impressive is her age and experience. She was born on April 11, 2007, which means she's currently 18 years old. Think about what you were doing at 18. Now imagine having the technical skill, emotional maturity, and stage presence to command arena-sized venues and move Charlie Puth to write you a song. She trained for 5 years before debut, and during that time, she developed not just her vocal technique but her artistic identity. She's described as multilingual, speaking Korean, English, and Chinese, which shows her dedication to connecting with global audiences. In November 2025, it was announced that she wouldn't be taking the 2026 College Scholastic Ability Test despite being in her senior year of high school, showing that she's fully committed to her career as an artist. That level of dedication combined with natural talent is rare. One of the most beautiful aspects of Ahyeon's vocal ability is how she uses it to elevate the entire group. During the group vocal mission in last evaluation, Ahyeon provided detailed guidance and active vocal leadership to help the team create beautiful harmonies even though it was their first time attempting group singing. Chiquita, the youngest member who struggled with group songs due to having the shortest training period, improved significantly thanks to Ahyeon's strong advice and affectionate encouragement. That shows you that Ahyeon's not just focused on her own shine, she wants the whole group to succeed. Her vocals don't overshadow others, they complement and enhance the overall BABYMONSTER sound. Let me hit you with some real talk about the impact of Ahyeon's voice on BABYMONSTER's brand identity. YG Entertainment, the company behind legendary groups like Big Bang, 2NE1, and Blackpink, had massive expectations for BABYMONSTER. When they were preparing the group, Yang Hyun-suk referred to Ahyeon as a warrior that has many weapons, and positioned her as one of the group's core members. The decision to delay the official debut date and re-record songs to include Ahyeon wasn't just about having 7 members, it was about ensuring that the complete artistic vision of BABYMONSTER was represented. Her vocals are that integral to what makes BABYMONSTER sound like BABYMONSTER. As we head into 2026, the anticipation for what Ahyeon will do next is at an all-time high. BABYMONSTER has established themselves as one of the most promising groups in K-pop, with their debut album, Drip, selling over 1 million copies and their world tour attracting 300,000 fans. They've entered arena-class venues, they've broken streaming records, and they've proven that they can deliver both in the studio and live on stage. And through all of this, Ahyeon's vocals have been a constant highlight. Whether it's the raw power of her high notes, the emotional depth of her ballad performances, or the confident delivery of her rap verses, Ahyeon continues to prove why Monstees wait for her voice. The BABYMONSTER members are Ruka, Farita, Asa, Ahyeon, Rami, Rora, and Chiquita, a truly multinational group with members from South Korea, Japan, and Thailand. While each member brings something unique and valuable, Ahyeon's role as main vocalist, her position as center and face of the group, and her viral moments have made her one of the most recognized members globally. But here's what's beautiful: Monstees don't pit the members against each other. Instead, they celebrate how Ahyeon's vocals fit within the larger tapestry of BABYMONSTER's artistry. Her voice is the thread that often ties performances together, the moment that makes you stop and pay attention, the element that transforms a good song into an unforgettable one. So why do Monstees live for Ahyeon's vocals? Because in a saturated industry where thousands of talented people are competing for attention, Ahyeon's voice cuts through all the noise. It's authentic, it's powerful, it's emotional, and it's consistently excellent. Whether she's performing at sold-out arena shows, recording in the studio, or covering songs that go viral, Ahyeon delivers every single time. Her journey from being the top-ranked trainee to facing a health hiatus to coming back and exceeding all expectations, that's a story that inspires people. Her voice isn't just about hitting notes, it's about connecting with listeners on a deep emotional level. It's about making people feel seen, heard, and understood. And in a world that can feel overwhelming and disconnected, having an artist whose voice can do that is incredibly precious. Before we wrap this up, make sure you drop a comment below telling us your favorite Ahyeon vocal moment. Is it the iconic "Dangerously" cover? Is it her high notes in "Sheesh"? Or maybe it's something from the latest "We Go Up" album? Let's celebrate our vocal queen together in the comments. And if you haven't already, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on those notifications because we've got more BABYMONSTER content coming your way. Share this video with fellow Monstees who understand the struggle of waiting for Ahyeon's parts in songs. We all live for those moments when Ahyeon opens her mouth and reminds us why we fell in love with BABYMONSTER in the first place. Keep supporting our girls, keep streaming their music, and remember, when Ahyeon sings, we all win. Thanks for watching Monstees, and I'll catch you in the next video. Ahyeon.